Family do me Nasila did on multimedia, the CEO voice of Salon. Today I come for talk to now my family. Make una continue to subscribe to our YouTube channel and share to our friends them. As we always try to bring for the latest news what they happen around Salon. Whether it be politics or any other news them what they happen or gossip what they bring out to live and direct. So please my family, don't forget to subscribe and share to our friends them. You want to touch the bell icon so that you don't miss any video we will try for bring out to now. So that's also we want make una don't forget also for subscribe to we TikTok channel on TikTok and also on Facebook or Facebook page or the Voice of Salon or also the on Instagram Voice of Salon. Please family, and don't forget to share. Okay, thank you now. Tata.
Delivery with my show now. I mean, delivery aspect, I be to go all those Best Buy, the installation. Anyone want pick, I be to go do one. We know they go deliver and install the wash the dishwasher. Then get kitchen. They don't go talk say the governor in West now for go take money. And can't begin to feed picking in a street, begin to get a cha-cha-cha, call her hands off again, and then you get them to see them way, then say for they're not educated, then they are in a first lady, na this, na that, na that. I tell people, they say, Maada, you not go change alone. It's not, it doesn't matter how anybody explain to me, there is something you gotta have. There's some amount of content, capacity we forget. For make you able to run an institution. Go na the police and the military. You know why make the police and the military is broken? Whether what they cause, they cause and this Titi Lioness na London. They cause the Sojamane, they call the police. Now like Maada be no more. They don't even understand why their society is what it is. Okay? The people them where they head the institutions they are. Go check fire cell when he joined the police. Now in the 80s, when he joined police, go check when he get degree. Now in the 90s, that means the time we go join police so. No so, he not get the O level. Me don't we go college, now go meet Samadia. Samadia go meet you in a college. Samadia with the police. Liga be there. Oh, don't go college. We on generation. Oh, where we dey in we early. I go college at age 21. Between 20, I not be not 21 yet. Quite. Why I go college? Why I go for go read law? That means they not be get O level. Now that generation. Now they don't go 50 years, 55 years. Then you say, men they can't run the military for you. Men they can't run the police. Men they run the hospital for una make sure say una healthcare system better. Really? Really? Hey, una go die in a hospital. For come on. Wait, the people that they die in a corner, the medical doctors, and they go by the private because they don't understand what is free market. It's not charity. Not a charity. Anybody will tell you say lawyer, where they work. Now for can help you know. That lawyer they like how you make you cake no more you hear then when you go sell for profit. Now so instead we do clean and you go sell in knowledge for make able forget in living. Now for profit. Like how we do clean, you go back sell wood. Okay? Anybody will expect say that man will go buy wood if you go give you free because you want to go cook rest. Now lie, they give you free for pay for them. Anybody will expect say that man will make the red palmine, process the red palmine from village and culture they for can't give because you didn't a city for free because you're hungry, but you not die. Now lie. So you expecting that lawyer, because you go there, because you want justice, he go team up for you, because they want seize advantage for you, Patima don't go lock in herself because you write in him on Facebook. That lawyer did. So when a society understand why they are what they are, and then they came for find a solution. Also, so you would expect say this police, the one the way they lead this police, now they get for make sure say rule of law in the country. Hedemia, na lie. Okay? Na lie. When Tijan Kababi in power, who was the Chief Justice? Desmond Luke then kind of. These are people who don't run successful legal practices. No so? When they say minister, now post we don't work, it don't head one whole institution at the United Nations. So now me ko Tijan Kababi be president. We them bobo the way they cost mami cause Adebayo the way they kid already, they kid on they don't even understand. You want compare Anes to Tijan Kabane, Tijan Kabana like where they say day and night. Just like the difference between Anes and Maada Bio na day and night. Anes better pass Maada Bio 100 times. You don't even compare Tijan Kabane and Anes Koma. All the institutions there, institutional reform na Pakaba na fixer. Why? Because the people who Pakaba be bring na people who don't run institutions. So they understand what institutions mean for make a country able for team up on its own. So the neck way they see so today, now they reformer. Also, the local government system way they see so today, na pakaba. The NASIT so way they see today, na pakaba. The NRA way they see today, na pakaba. The PPRC way they can go lay complain, na pakaba. First time, na riot they take place na streets between SLPP and APC. Also, na Tijan Kabane na indulate institutions they did. Why? Because where an Escoma come, now an Escoma bring Musa Tali the way, not even pass O level, he can't make a minister. Dana Konomani, when no one day, nobody knows where she ever worked. Now he can't make a minister. It go take some sumana upon where they do LPM business, they pass medication and care home. It can't make a vice president. Also, it take Mohamed Bangura. When in Canada, they clock in, they punch in, they work, I think $16 per Canadian money. Now you can make a minister. So what did you get from them? Native. Also, the same thing with Maada. Boys who have not run any successful career, they no one they see $100,000 for their own. They say, my man can be minister of youth. If they kill for that position, they why? Because outside of that position, they no sign not the way Oman they get $10,000 per month. Now make when they sack, I see they cry. No so, now make it cry. You go take Jig Jack. You can't put a second run Ministry of Health. You can run Ministry of Education. Somebody that went to study. What he write now then false foot. Now doing thesis pa. No so if they work na IBM Kenya. He was not even a team leader. That means he was a month. Then you can say can go run Ministry of Education because we get free education agenda. From the can make a chief minister. Radical inclusion. No so the guy the incest no get identity. For get what reforms the way for take place in the country. He doesn't even know what to fix. He doesn't even understand how to coordinate. The man say he live in America. He study in America. And no even understand say there is a shortage in truck drivers around Europe, Australia, Canada, and America. He doesn't even understand that. Also, And not even understand, say, there is a shortage of health workers. Now, America and Europe. So when you can America, 15% of all health workers now from Philippines. That means now Philippines, now they get the training, all thing, then they export the human resource to the US. Do you know how much money the Filipinos are sending every month? That was Abia. Is Abia there? Instead, we ready. I don't cut me dada. Now, myself and the young man then with the mix with the. So I wanna pray God, wanna pray God for me. I pray God, I pray God. I pray I wanna can they pray na them mosque there, wanna they pray na una private life there, na church there. May God send leader for Salon. Okay? Now in the hover on me, na that they carry every day. When I pray God. So this evening, I said, man, how cold? Something is not right. How Amadou became famous? Now because a music transcend Mali. That the cassette they be they sell na Bo, Papa de Ba, the cassette they sell na Kenima, na Kailaun, no so other places. That's how Amadou became famous and a little bit comfortable with life. Also, because of the cassette, the whole way the musical people that they buy, that they listen to. So anytime where they go play, people that they show up there. So when they charge for go perform, they charge plenty money. And to this day, Usai Amadou born, Usai under music, Maggie Sef, they know they make a day for cancel. No so. Pepper Sef, we know they process them, we put on a bottle, we send on a Mali. No. So with Donald Trump, you know what he make Donald Trump slam embargo? So this is what they're doing, okay? So they're looking at what they want to manufacture here. Okay? So they find out, say, they're able to make Kenya pepper. No, so. Under AGOA, you can able to bring a number of items without taxes. And so their data is showing them the amount of Africans within America, the amount of Asians from the tax returns, other data from the sales machine, then the point then when they use. It's never they bring Elon Musk then also because I then get then sales machine the way they use their squares then card for what's it. So they're smart. Remember my last video? I say then they displace people them, but they not create two sides for able for deploy them. And that's gonna hold the economy. Because we corruption or where the system the waste that money where they waste now people they get them. Whether na USAID, whether na this, na that, na they get them. So where you don't lock that gap they're no longer having that. So it they affect the economy in a way that they no longer have the money to go to the stores, the market for interact and buy goods and services and pay for goods and services. Also, so that they affect the economy. So when I see the tariff, right, you see put 10%, that means they want 10% of waiting the common and other country the way they can. Okay, the final say if we can only make, you know, in this kind amount, they will be putting ABC kind of people to work. Okay, so you will see they look at society they make pepper if they get the capacity for increase, right? I think that this system. Why make them they call me and they give me them contract that for go do delivery for their microwave, do the installation because they got boys now the city. Today say from Bobo, send me message. Which one am I 319? Okay, this name is 319. Look at my shoulder. So I put for hire. You don't say, and I say, hey Mano, I got your name from Craigslist. I was wondering about the job. I could be some extra hands when you need. We could talk. You understand? When you need, we could talk. Right? So they ask me questions. So when people let go apply for too much government business, no so then they say, hey, the way they did then shelter they know they don't evict me, I don't get place for day. So the shelter people they go call me, they say, hey, but we'll get 5 people in today where they just don't know around, they know how for work and you know with it guy for help them I so one for give them resources. Now like they make them grab go work. Also, so they therefore make sure say the other company. So if I say we're not get enough job, right, for hiring. So straight away they don't input another the system, say man no get enough job for them. So then they look at within the system, they say, okay, we're waiting. Then you go one company with hello, is this man not delivery? I say, hey, are you guys looking for more work, more opportunities? Oh yeah, they are job pattern, right? Well, so this is what we do here, okay? We are installs. What we do is we cover for lows. So what's your zip code? I give them a zip code. No, so. Dabobo, Chief Minister, you understand why make zip code they exist? You understand that one day? Chief Justice understand? You go ask Alpha CC. Alpha CC, we get zip code in America. You know why make them give we get zip code? They put you in a zip code. You understand what it make that day? The economic reasons. They waiting. How do they help for me the economic grow? You know, Sabi. Then pap. So that zip code they don't care. And they pull all the low stores. Okay? They go tell me say, well, if we give you 100-mile radius, and they give you about 28 other zip codes the way they cover. So that means all the stores then within a then zip code in there. Now you understand you can pick from anyone. So what's gonna happen? Everybody will sit down. They are not helping the economy. They should all they talk. Like how people they should all they play the guy for all in a free on book and man also. Now make the rudeness they play. Now make person get time for go land mommy cause talk cause mommy cause because they are idle. By the time that they say 1 week, I don't send all my compliance document, my insurance, my registration, blah. They don't send me the login. Somebody don't call me. As you don't buy this laptop, and they show me, and they can go they show me the icon. Now so they login. Now so they accept order. Now so they this. So I see Famata Kuruma go na Lowe's. You buy appliance. If you say you want for make the installer for you, you know one pick and make them deliver for you. Once you don't pay that money, then pop! The email don't come to me, the notification don't come. Right? They keep what they do. Ma show. I show on the iMovie. I'll go on here. Okay. I'll go on I'll type iMovie. You see? You have a new booking from iMovie. Also, you see? So this one, now one great bedroom, they pay $574. You see your payout. Also, they are approval. Also, you ask everybody, Sabi set this one for salon. You Sabi for Africa. Huh? If you say that they create job no more, they say job no more now, so no more they happen, eh? You see this one? Okay, this one I they pay that amount the whole. Okay. Also. See this one they pay 1,525. Don't see your payout. Also. So it's a system. They not follow. Okay? They not follow. One can say what I don't see and school master say no one they see out here. Always so then they feed our jobs, then they feed our cases, clients. Not so by magical. Why? So that it will help for put people into work. But somebody has to set up that infrastructure. Okay? Somebody has to set up that infrastructure. And they fix salon inside 2 years. After 2 years, I don't even think about salon. After 2 years, the African president and they can't pay homage to me. They say, bruh, connect we to the grid, the infrastructure. Also, hey Google, what is the mainstay of the economy in Massachusetts?
I'm not sure about the answer to your specific question, but according to Britannica.com, the economy of Massachusetts today is based largely on technological research and development in the service sector.
Okay. Then at the service sector. Then they make parts there for ship them. If you go to New York, oh, this door, the company in New York, now they back. So all that lock there, all they use, so people that in New York, now they no more than they make. Now they no more than they make, we do claim they go work. So how can I make sure, say, in the housing industry, I say, hey, we get iron ore. That's really also. So all the countries that we get iron ore, now they no more they put iron ore factory. So you no go for pay for transport the iron ore from Sierra Leone to any other country. So the factory then I how they day. So you will not get iron ore in your country. All the iron ore the one that they use now in a building from who they buy them. So the more they buy now, the more people that they turn up that they factory them for make the iron ore. They will ship them. Also, all they ship them, that means ship they left alone. 5-7 ship they left alone. Every day, 7 ships they left alone. That means we don't make industry for whole container. No so? For whole container, for ship them. So we can decide, say, una way they na Sudan, or you way they na Nigeria, una na the shipping industry una day. No so? So now they make the part them for the ship them. Then that means we don't put more people into work who need then they're able to afford motor car now. So therefore they decide say the motor car parts there with the ship them. That more people in the get job where they work at their factory then the shipping, we say the motor car factory then this. So we need more houses for outside people in for buy sleep now also. Also. And then more building material they sell. Nine and Escoma they no sabi do. Nine Managagwa they no sabi do. Forget about Maada. Maada is a non-entity. Where they say you can't fix country now, my business na into assist. Maada you can't fix country now, my business. Also, so where are they pay tribute today to Amadou Bagayoko? It just reinforce my commitment to waiting I want for fix for salon. So that one day, say for example, what my show on candy. See that thing there? Where Fatima can go left cha for them pick it in school. Why make it left cha because the papa they no go work. So the papa no go for buy then thing there snacks. So the way they come out pass na supermarket or na store. This na sweet the candy they working buy for them pick it in a church. Okay, this na Jolly Ranch. Okay, so Jolly Ranch. Hey Google, who produces Jolly Ranch?
Sure, here's some information from Wikipedia.
Okay, Highlander Partners, produced by the Ashley Company. Okay, so the Ashley Company go can put one factory in a bowl. Okay, where they put in a bowl. They say then two there, this different from this. Now you know more than they produce in a bowl. So all the stores there in Africa, where then they carry them in there, now people in a bowl now they make them. Also, 100 different candies where they make. Also, so they probably have close to 40 different factories that we then get across America. Across America. Now they reproduce this back. Don't see now? Now they reproduce this. See, this different from this. Also. So they get over 200 different candies. Chief Minister Sabida Ande. Now then they put people there to work. Right? They say you Kela, because I don't know, they say you work like you. I say you Kela, get the hell out of here, man. Get the hell out of here. You know what I mean? What does it Ponga? Nah? What does it Ponga? Now yeah, you know what I mean? What now pull on me, bra? This guy. I tell you I go vacation. I go vacation. Now text me. I don't want to call your name because they can watch me video then. Hey Google. Annual revenue of Raytheon Technologies.
I don't know, but I found these results on search.
Hey Google. Annual revenue of Raytheon Technologies.
On the website companiesmarketcap.com, they say, according to RTX's latest financial reports, the company's current revenue is $80.73 billion USD. an increase over the revenue in the year 2023 that were of $68.92 billion USD.
So they get other company where they give contract to. Okay, so Raytheon Technologies now one of the biggest defense contractors for America. So for example, then they make missile. When they do that missile, I got for use GPS, not so for going at the right also they want for good launch. So that GPS is being made by Collins Aerospace. Hey Google, annual revenue of Collins Aerospace.
I found a few places near you. The first one is at 350 Collins Road, Northeast Building 120, Cedar Rapids. The second one is at 855 35th Street, Northeast Building 143, Cedar Rapids. The third one is at 5450 C Avenue, Northeast, Cedar Rapids.
Show me Papa will demonstrate that if you get presidential ambition, never left Sudan. That is small business where they do it collapse here. If you cannot employ people, you have no reason being president. That means you cannot fix the economy. So that system for investment, like when Maada, hey, they go branch Sierra Leone. I say Maada, you get the hell out of here, man. I start one company. This company, I mean, get them. I'm not sure now. See this company name? Don't see them. Not to Mano, now other company also. Let me get on this. Also, see the telephone number 563-200-8013. Also, let me get on. That phone the 90s. That number is so 563-200. This one where they see 641-201. Now the phone this. Don't say if I go to the WhatsApp, now go to WhatsApp. And this now that 641 number this now 319. Now this other company. This one. This 319. Don't see I got 3 companies. Other people that you see me with plenty phone there, they don't understand also. Go ask with people and they will tell you say that the way you see and so nothing not the way they do for nothing. It's a bit what they do. Anything what hey man, why you get plenty phone there? Okay, understand also. I can fix alone, I will fix alone inside 2 years. All that money cost, nobody cost money cost. All that fertilizer go fet for SLPP because you are bringing boys ordinarily who cannot make $100,000 a year. They cannot make $100,000 a year. $100,000 probably is about 1.5 months. For man make $100,000, it's about probably 1.5 months, or longest 2 months. Because you have 30 days in a month So if they are bringing 2,000, 3,000, some days 5,000 for the day, you can make $100,000. So with or without that money in a SLFA, I don't need to go put somebody in a cell for my disadvantage so that I will win election I hand. And then they do so. Small boys, not so. Small boys. Small boys. I can tell. I say, I make the way they there. I say, man, get a lot of them. Una na me man, they all go for big college. You all don't land. I palm all don't land. Why make? Have you sat down and asked? Adebayo, they not sit beke and pass. Why made it cost you, mama? Have you sat down and asked? Why make Lady Lioness go cost you, mama? Have you sat down and asked yourself, why make Lioness they cost you, mama? Because you always say you sabi book, they behave worse past them. So it irritates them so much that they feel say they not get power, because when they talk, if they wait to say when they send to Kamajo, they wanna wear OSD uniform, they wanna wear forest guard uniform, no, so they wanna bring them Canaton, they wanna beat people there. So now make themselves now cost no more than they cost on my mother. I mean, nobody would insult my mama. No, it's not possible. The last time Lady Mashona, Lady Lioness make video against me. And not there cost me, mama. We're not in at that level. She would express her views, which is okay.
We the real patriots and Ephesians in particular. And I want to come talk to now regarding Ponga Manos say.
It don't cost me.
I want to make a junior this fact about Ponga, and I want to take it seriously. I want to know say there is nothing absolutely on earth go ever change Ponga Manos say for being an SLPP. The reason why we are sitting today, Ponga Manos say. They go on after Maada, fight for nobody, and they fight for himself. Now revenge fight, Ponga the fights. Now I go tell you, when I say Ponga Manos, he said the fight Maada because Maada be in gratitude to her.
It was time to hook up the sauna and stop using it as a golf storage. So I went to Thumbtack and
No, cost me, mama. No, it's not possible. This is if your daddy or I can blast for them, but nobody. No, they cost me, mama. Also, no. Because I don't behave like possible not go to school. I will fix salon inside 2 years, man. 2 years. You go begin see new highway there. Because we need a new highway there for make way for move goods them out of the country, man. That's not gonna come by when you the one for move mineral. No, so you see that they put train track. They put train track. Who's gonna construct a highway for a poor person when not get away jobless for the go wash clothes can't understand? Most of the street they were next go town and McKinney we do clean the people and they not get nothing for do, they just do inside the hose inside dark. No, so now Okada they pass na the street. Fion. So mommy then the way they don't cut yesterday, they can't put on the quota for make the rest dry. So then you go take money, you go lend money, you say you can't fix the system. No, so then you roll for cost probably $1 million per 1 kilometer. You don't go put per the na the books $2 million. For more na eat the money. They wanna eat the money when I go left the treat for them popo mami then program. Also, what did they do for the living? Now ogri that mami they make come out they sell ogri 2,000 euros for one time. Also, now you go spend $2 million per for Kagia road before you host. And then you expect say and God get for can't change salon. I say no God they can't change salon. Okay. Honest to Maada Bio eat all. Yeah, honestly better say you go take the money. Maada Bio he chop all. Also, he chop all. I tell you now, I say, charlatan, why is it they say Maada Bio ya? And I say the waka now. Ginji. Hey, conquer the car. I say, Lajila. Look at this piece of shit, man. Is it just a piece of shit, man? Piece of shit. I don't tell Maada Bio say shit say what passer because you can use the shit as manure. Maada Bio, you know they for use nothing. The only thing they use Maada for no more for little with Fatima. That's it. For bomb picking. That's it. That's it. No so. Now I make an escoma. I tell Anes. I don't tell Anes. Say me at the first way at the first force here. At the win back to one. The passer explain to you. No so. I don't tell Anes. You know they ever go salon until I reach the. If I not be president, we go there to kill him. I go tell her. Say that's what I say. Yeah, that's what I say. If they are not remove Maada Bio, SLPP they win election back. They not sabi waiting at power. So now go to Nigeria. Today, Labour Party Peter Obi in party. Okay, we get a chance for pull Tinubu na power. Okay, the chairman Obure now they capture. So today, yesterday now, because they don't clean. Today. Yesterday, the Supreme Court, the judgment we then give, now for make the left no more confusion inside Labour Party. What you see there over there, they say, if you say they say presidency, because Maada Bio, it go. I say, you go sober. Go sober. Oh, and Escoman a coward where the international community say give power, they give power. He's a coward. Yo, most of waiting at power safe. Understand? I mean, like, most of waiting at power. What is you see what Maada Bio they do? They don't go bring candidates. How about? Say don't go read PhD, one can be president through APC. Ibrahim. Say they not sabi power. You pin box between anybody and Ibrahim that they beat Ibrahim before they say tomorrow voting they take place. APC go admit say they lost. Oh. You see an Escoma SSF for make a name there. If you know how long that name recognition. No. ABC no know what they do passive. Also. Then to the SSF, like we no more Alpha Khan, they say SLPP to the SSF they lie. So APC don't have. Like SLPP and APC. Somebody say because now the same people I say yes, but now leadership they change. Now good leadership they change people. Now leadership now they change your country. You will get the same APC people then, the same SL people then. But when you get the right leadership, it aim for change them. The right leadership. I don't explain the what's that America be there. After the Civil War, Ulysses Grant be president. When Ulysses Grant done, now Rutherford be his. So Rutherford be his, and start civil reform. But the system be corrupt. Now Roscoe Conklin intend them. I cannot more alone day Africa day. If you go now, remember this we're doing an excrement and a Musa Chali. A bank post is in a street kill and above. Also, as America believe. So Rutherford B is done. So the people wanted change. The whole country really wanted change. What they say, they want change. They're tired with the corruption. They kind of almost said tired. So the Republican Party then, because the Democrats then, and then lost the war. So now they don't get the power until Grover Cleveland in time. The one Grover Cleveland, they will come up from Buffalo, New York. He was the mayor. In 3 years, he rise from mayor, governor, and become president. In 3 years. So after the Civil War, the first Democrat president. Hey Google, who was Grover Cleveland?
According to Wikipedia, Stephen Grover Cleveland served as the 22nd and 24th President of the United States from 1885 to 1889 and again from 1893 to 1897. He was the first Democrat to win election to the presidency after the Civil War and the first U.S. president to serve non-consecutive terms.
The first person like Donald Trump. Now, Donald Trump no more. Then served in first term, then lost in second term, then they come back, then can win. Other people they don't do one term, they run but they don't win. Now, Donald Trump no more. So after during the Civil War, Ulysses Grant done the war. After we done the Civil War, give part to Rutherford B. Hayes. After Rutherford B. Hayes, Rutherford B. Hayes served one term because the election was engulfed with controversy. He don't win the election, but he manipulated them, delegates them. They all like what Donald Trump wants for make the states them. They ignore the people and will, then the state then declare. So he promised the state and say, "Una ignore what the people and vote. Una can vote una electors them. Make una can give me. I go remove the union forces now una states there." So then they ignore waiting people and vote. Then come as the state and they say, "We, as we on state, even though people and vote this way, but as we on state, would they give support to this policy?" So that's how he became president. So that whole thing, the man will be last throughout in presidency. He served one term, and then he left. And then the election now, so you don't see any corruption. Imagine no more, person no win election. Also, they manipulate be president. Now anything happen in Africa. So yes, and so you be corrupt. Port of New York, the whole state of New York now Roscoe Conklin. Hey Google. Hey Google, who was Roscoe Conklin?
According to Wikipedia, Roscoe Conkling was an American lawyer and Republican politician who represented New York in the United States House of Representatives and the United States Senate. He was a leader of the Republican stalwart faction and a dominant figure in the United States Senate during the 1870s.
Dominant figure, the way say Nancy Pelosi kind of no more. Understand? And I saw somebody. No, what is it? Nancy Pelosi in the house. McConnell or Schumer. So then at the stalwart. So then they want for make the spoil system continue so that they will continue for the thief. So the man, the port of New York, then be the biggest or greatest source of revenue for America. Now I put him in Bobo when a lawyer. Ato. Now I put Ato as the controller of the Port of New York. So when they want for run for replace Rutherford B. Hayes, because Rutherford B. Hayes not the run again and are from Ohio. So now the one that we want reform, then they put Garfield. So they want we don't want reform, they want make the system. Also, the one they want corrupt, make the system remain so. So they want Chester Atto. So when they go into the delegates conference, Chester Atto lost. to Garfield. So Garfield win the Republican ticket. Now they want the self-confusion. Hala hala no more, hala hala no more. So they say, well, if we continue this hala hala, we will go lost the election. If we are divided. So when they go meet, now they agree, say, well, since we now win, we number 2, we man, now number 2. So maybe the running mate. So the one the way decent we want reform, now they agree. So now they name then corrupt guy then their own candidate as the vice president. Now they go into the election, they win. Garfield win. I see Garfield win. I know him 1 year, now they kill him. So that the vice could be president. So that this vice now this corrupt person also. So that's how Chester Arthur became president. Hey Google. How did Chester Arthur become president?
On the website obamawhitehouse.archives.gov, they say, Arthur was America's 21st president, 1881 to 85, succeeding President James Garfield upon his assassination.
Okay. So that whole manenos be make when the 1885 election done. That's how the Democrats win election now. Don't see him? Corruption. So the people were. That's how Grover Cleveland, mayor, na Buffalo na a city, New York. Okay, so he was so honest. He was so honest that, in fact, 10 day nobody not there for execute the one that they sentenced to death. 9 they do the work. Forget rid of bad people in a city. Then cartel them. Like way they can say, salon self will not get cartel. Salon, why they watch? I say, for fix salon, it takes me less than 2 years. We'll not get cartel. When you go Nigeria, a cartel, for example, now the one that we don't want for many fix, for example, the one that we import generators. The day they fix electricity, the generator they sell, the business they don't also. Okay. So then getting where they make sure say blackout for constantly day for many generator they sell. That's a cartel. When we go there, then Nairobi. Right? For them, one day we get them big boss the way they move people in. So they always want make traffic day. Make people in say no day for me you go to your motoka. So then they make sure say who side is small motoka they pass. Then they go in and make sure say they block that traffic. They bang. Sometimes when I go to the side traffic 6 hours, they move safe. Then they make the next day, they left him motoka, he jump inside the big boss, the Matatu also. So then they pass down the highway. That's a cartel. Okay? When you go now, then Ghana, you don't see Ghana, go there no more. For the last 20 years, 30 years. Now by Bowser, then they buy water. They not agree for fix the water for the people. You know what I mean? Because the people where they do in that industry, they way they fix the water business, they go out of business. No, so those are cartels. So how do you handle cartels? Why can you tell people and say, Salon are blessed. Also, you guys are blessed. America raise somebody and make sure say everything we're supposed to land for make it get the presidency, they get her. So they deal with the cartels in the city. Now in the state, it became popular. So in city change, and all the New York City, them, the city and the state of New York, New York City change, Buffalo. That's how Buffalo became famous. When they can say Buffalo, New York. And because of that guy, make Buffalo became popular. So then a voter as governor. The next year election day, then the Democrat then say, it change Buffalo, it didn't change New York, and America make the country. So that need for change now bring Grover Cleveland the power. Even though where they start, it be born picking with insectry. And this secretary and been paddy in girlfriend. Like where you paddy, they say Boduya, may me wife work with you. My girlfriend work with you. Then the guy in the titi, the lady at the edge of whether they part, woman they go through stuff in a relationship, you need that person they talk to. So when I begin and listening here as boss, but it say he making a position himself as the better guy, so now knock the baby, now the baby get belly. So there was that scandal, right? Mama, where's my papa? And then come to one. They say, Grover. They say, bro, this scandal, yeah. Then newspaper, they all say you lay down with you. Say, so to how for handle? Now I say, tell the truth. They say, tell the truth. So that will make people say, well, you see the man, you understand? He's honest. He's an honest guy. He's an honest guy. Even when nobody not perfect, people are beginning to look, just like Donald Trump. People are beginning to look at and say, they say not perfect, they don't do things them way, not right. But these other people they deny, he not deny. You understand, Yep. So that will make it hate the press. Just like how Donald Trump hates the press, instead he hates the press. Also. So why make I explain it?
Celebrate the end of a presidential.
Why make I explain it in there? Now for make people to understand, say what is alone they go through, not to win at the first people who don't go through this. Other can't get them. So anybody will give up on salon, no, don't give up. Don't give up. Other society they then was past this. Then was past alone. America, they already explain so. Just like waiting salon day, waiting Nigeria day right now, so then believe. But people change it because society evolve.
With a special guest.
Grover Cleveland.
Or more specifically,
Roman Mars playing Grover Cleveland.
Now, documentary.
Roman Mars is the host of the awesome podcast 99% Invisible. And you'll hear him a few times throughout the episode reading letters, giving speeches. So who is this guy? Cleveland was born in president from 1885 to 1889. Then Benjamin Harrison comes in for 4 years, and then nope, Cleveland returns, and he's president again.
Yeah, he was president again. So Benjamin Harris beat him. So Benjamin Harris now the grandpicking of William Henry Harrison. So like actually the family now like Indiana now like now their personal property. The whole state of Indiana, because in grandpa now be a military general. So then they way the native then they challenge the white fathers, the one that we strive for establish America. So nine them put for me keep the at bay. So instead now it's also America stop. Now I push the native there. They say yeah, now me get here. Before now they can't disturb America when I need for come go to me first. So now station enforces then they. Well later they come the native they can attack her. Now I burn the city, Prophet Town. And then kill the prophet. But before the prophet they die, now I swear America. What they call the cause of Tippecanoe or the cause of Tecumseh. Hey Google, what is the CURSE of Tippecanoe?
According to Wikipedia, the Curse of Tippecanoe is an urban legend about the deaths in office of presidents of the United States who were elected in years divisible by 20. According to the legend, Tenskwatawa, leader of Native American tribes defeated in 1811 at the Battle of Tippecanoe by a military expedition led by William Henry Harrison, had cursed the Great White Fathers.
Jerry? So it caused the Great White Fathers also. So that in Grand Pekin, now can beat this guy we come up Buffalo. So William Henry Harris in Peking, Benjamin, when I be lawyer, he run against her. Then he beat her. And when me Grover Cleveland in back lost, now a cause. Because it take over power in now during in time, now and then go remove the Queen of Hawaii. So they get 13 business people, they will be American business people will do business in Hawaii. So they come together and then depose the Queen in Hawaii. So the Queen in back now cost them. Also, so when they do that matoma, bangbani business, then they do juju also, people have done it before. So don't worry, I will unearth I will deal with all of that. Whether na bangbani, whether na wonde, whether na kamajo, whether na diso, whether na dato, also, I will deal with all of that because not to win at the first people away, down it happen to. I will deal with all of that. So Benjamin beat. So where Benjamin beat him, 9 he run against Benjamin back. Now he beats Benjamin. Now he come back. So he run 2 times, but they are non-consecutive. Not so straight. So now he and Donald Trump no more than lost power, then come back, then take the power. And then 2 no more. Ever. So my place that's outside, then the scandal about him, PQA born. We say wanna tell the truth. And I make it hate the press, just like Donald Trump.
From 1893 to 1897. What else? Well, for that, let's turn back to my conversation with Matthew Algeo. Could you paint a Cleveland? So, I mean, pretend I'm about to go on like a blind date with him and you know the guy and I don't know him at all. How would you describe the person who I'm about to meet? Like physically, how would you describe him and also just his personality type?
Well, physically, he was a very big guy. He was our second biggest president after Taft. He topped out at about 300 pounds when he was president. But he was also a very graceful guy. People talked about how nimbly he moved and how well he could dance. He really was this weird contradiction. You know, his father was a Presbyterian minister, and he was very taciturn. And in official functions, he could come across as not very much fun. But on the other hand, when he was a young man in Buffalo, he loved to frequent the beer halls there and was quite a lot of fun. So I guess if you were meeting Grover on a blind date, I would need to know, are you meeting him at a political function or a social function?
So you'd see 2 very different people.
Yeah, it's really interesting, and I think you see this a lot in political figures. I mean, he really he had a hard time sort of letting them when he was a politician. But in his general day-to-day life with friends, he was almost a comic. He would crack jokes. He was a great impressionist. He could impersonate all the great political figures of his time, and so he would constantly entertain his friends. But when he was hanging out in a political context, he was very remote.
We're going to come back to Matthew a bit later, but I want to turn now to Michelle Kroll at the Library of Congress to dive into some of the other character traits of Cleveland's that launched him toward the presidency. So, I mean, he has this reputation from a pretty young age, early in his career, about being the incorruptible, upstanding, ethical guy, right? Hardworking as well, holding people accountable.
A touchstone for him throughout his personal life.
So you see, and because it be incorruptible, they hold people into account, and that's what America needed. That's why they went for him. Also, that's what they went for him. So when you want power, you see Maada being back. When Aneskoma be done put so many northerners. So for example, we're gonna statistics. You see Maada be and go. Alusen Kamara, Jibrila Sanko, Mwabinti Sanko.
In political career, that he's
for this say because Aneskoma regionalized and ethnicized the civil service. So Maada Bio saw that vulnerability from Southeasterners. So now I go pitch himself like the man we go take the power bonically. Now the northern at the hand. Also, so throughout a presidency, and then I characterize a presidency. Also, so what can tell? I say me pastor tell person, you know, so maybe don't see the angle from where Maada Bio they come. So okay, I say okay, he's gonna collapse the economy. And Escoma don't collapse the economy, but the will show too well until we don't come on power. Then you go see the carcass. And as he come out, now you see this carcass. No, so Sierra Commercial Bank was broken. But nobody could have told that story. Why? Because now the president's men and then break the bank. So I had foreseen it. So I knew the economy was going to collapse. So by the time I come of age, my dad knew that whoever need for be president need for know how the economy is run. Also, they need for know how the economy is run. So today there is nobody among nobody not in my age mates. It doesn't matter how you explain to me. But my age mates, they're all anybody where they below 30, from 30 years to 55. As long as you're a Sierra Leonean, as I be how for fix an economy pass you. And we age now, this we need. Also, now we need. So, Pastor explain the person. Now, when you see me, wait, people like say, there's always say also, anything we see they do, he's not doing it in vain. No. He's not doing it in vain. He knows. You just go close to a normal. There you go. If you see how they work out 1 foot slippers, don't as no feel say where they work out 1 foot slippers na crazy on us. Just go very close to one. Then you go no say wearing 1 foot slippers at that moment is the best option from his perspective. So Grover Cleveland knew America wanted change. Somebody will upright. They don't can kill the president for make the vice president kind of power. In fact, the lady, Julia Sand, write in first letter all to Chester Atto after way Chester Atto die. Julia Sand, the first letter, we write. If they call on the little dwarf, dear Mr. President, the letters of Julia Sand. In 1880, America gasped at the assassination of President Garfield, cut down by the bullets of Charles Guiteau, an avid believer in the spoil system, of corrupt appointments to government jobs. So the same thing that Maada Bio do, as Maada Bio goes to man. This is the way they do, so not a novelty. I get medication for her. Also, so Julia be writing first. The first letter this. Which one show? You don't see first letter. First letter, administration and encouragement to rise to the occasion. You say may move from that corrupt system. You don't see Julia Sand. To the Honorable Chester Atto. The hours of Garfield's life are numbered. That Garfield, they don't shoot an eye, they die. So in life, we don't have a number. Before this meets your eye, you may be president. So you can't be president. The people are bowed in grief. But do you realize it? Not so much because he is dying as because you are his successor. It's not to wait to make the people in the grief, not to because then they lost Garfield though. But they remember no more the pain of thinking that now you were corrupt, so now they can't be president. You understand, eh? And the money them pour us all. What president ever entered office under circumstances so sad? The day he was shot, the thought rose in 1,000 minds that you might be the instigator of the foul act. See, and then they kill the president so that ain't go be president also. It's not that a humiliation which cuts deeper than any bullet can pierce. Your best friend said Atto must resign. He cannot accept office with such a suspicious resting upon him. Also, so the same thing will happen. Now it happened to the person who killed Abacha. But then I know I'm going to. So when they go with the military high council meet, then they say not going to be president. Why? Because he was the last person we see Abacha. And when he left, now they find out Abacha don't die. So him being the last person, and not go benefit from Abacha in that one. So you see how America be corrupt? Also, imagine how they kill my president off and vice president take over. We not even reach that stage, so we don't reach that stage. They say Julie they kill Maada for maybe president also, or someone that kill Ernest. We not reach that stage, so we can fix really on. Mary, I can tell them about the all. So was this? I be the drive. So I get some kind of spiritual illumination. So it make I will understand why make if I made an order, most of the wrong Maada don't give position to. So I don't see the capacity, I don't see how they think, where they interview them, the line of thought. I say, I don't see anybody go before. Now so now we get for move from 40 something to 50 to 60. So for the next 30 years, I can tell anybody that my generation, nobody can undermine Sierra Leone. No. From the Jagaban demo, the Aneskoma demo, no. Which I don't see Aneskoma, no, I don't see it. Is there anything how they explain? I know they even read book, no, so. But they put the dots then together. I get a million things then at the head. Where the all thing. So all thing I like a puzzle. I don't put that puzzle then together. Long. So over years. And so I get close to, I will say 250 leaders, presidents, then kings, queens, right? Spiritual heads, pope, this, that, church leaders, right? Mafia, bosses, right? How then they lead, the wickedness, the this, the that, how everywhere I don't study in a life there. So when I spot you as alone, I did not say this is exactly how to deal with you. I don't say this I don't need for deal with like how the Pope they deal with the situation. Also, this I need for deal with them like how the mafia also deal. I don't drug lords there. Professor George Saitoti, now drug lords and killer. So John F. Kennedy, the very people who for protect and the killer. So they killer because this was the time when America need for spread a wing. Second World War done. Dwight Eisenhower, now hand over power to 1961. So what Eisenhower left, that 10 days they don't build the military industrial complex. Okay, the military system for run the world because Second World War then collapsed the British and French Empire. So an empire had to take over. That empire had to build a military system. So then that was spread overseas. So that Vietnam War, this, that, this was the time where America they spread and established itself because it needed for establishing itself so that the one way they don't the one way they lost the war. So before then they even wake up and dust themselves and get things going. America wanted to be all over the world. And then the JFK be there against. So that made an assassinator. Also, so that is how you learn how to deal with the deep state in terms of the military complex, like the army general,